Får ta lite i taget så här.
Är det hans fru som har kommit där? Eller det?
Konsert får vi väl kalla det här med Frälsningsarméns skolmusikkår i Säter kyrka. Och ni är hjärtligt välkomna allesammans till här och nu i kyrkan. Och sedan hoppas jag att ni är med vid midsommarfirandet vid kyrkskolan också. Nu ska jag säga någonting på engelska också. För vi har gäster från Amerika här idag och Kanada till och med. Ja, vi hoppas de förstår ändå. We would like to say welcome to our friends from America and Canada. And we hope that you will have a good time here in Sweden and a fine midsummer. Welcome. Då låter vi klockorna ringa.
I just told the audience that we have special guests today here in the church. We can call you whip persons from USA and Canada with a special connection to Småland and Sweden. We wish you a very warm welcome when you come to Sweden when it is as most beautiful. Now we play a hymn, a traditional song. That song is sung by all Swedish school children when the school ends and summer holidays begins. The melody is a very famous old folk song from Skåne, a part of southern southern Sweden. And the hymn words is written in 1694, and it goes like this. Now comes the time for flowers, for joy, for beauty great. Come near, your summer hours, earth's grasses recreate. Sun is kind and lively, charming, of dead things winter slow, comes intimately warming, and all is born anew. We hear the bird song ringing, a many-throated loud. Shall not our tongues be singing of praise to Father God? My soul lift up God's greatness, a hearty song employ, to him who wills to find us and bring us endless joy.
är släkt och har sina rötter i Säbysopen.
These people are related to Säby.
Och är nu glada för att de får fira midsommar med er, Frälsningsarmén här ute.
And are now happy that have been gathered with Salvation Army band.
Och vill tacka er mycket hjärtligt.
They want to say thank you very much.
Ja.
Tack så mycket. She's coming.
Och du med?
Ja.
Karin med sen bara.
Can somebody you take picture with my camera? Yes, there.
Och sen, nu kommer hon.
You should get in too.
Nej.
You too. Yeah. Oh, more than Mary. There we go.
Okay.
Dagsstänkta berg faller av, som rånar dammar sin berg faller av. Och sorgen har vi inga, våra glada vi som lingarna vi går. Över dagsstänkta berg faller av, och sorgen har vi inga, våra glada vi som lingarna vi går. Över dagsstänkta berg faller av, det gamla och plågan vi allihop.
And our ancestors and what they went through for us in their lives to make all of our lives so much better. God bless you all.
I feel very privileged to be the guest of the Swedes. I've been married to one for like 1,000 years. I thought I was married to the only crazy Swede. I know I'm wrong now. I think we owe a lot to Karen for all the work she's done. And the fact that her computer is not on the table, it's in her head. And she lies awake at night thinking, what was the name of that one? And like all genealogists, they wait for the gold strike when they find somebody new, somebody who's got a new story. So we've got to keep feeding her with information.
No, I don't know again.
Texas. And his wife. I want to thank Karen for inviting us, even though our name isn't on the wall. Our name is Tollin, not Tollin, but we can go by Tollin if you want us to. And I'd like to say that we'll try not to ruin y'all's name, Tollin. Out here, the Tollins. We'll try to keep it in line and invite us next time.
And you know that if you cut Alaska in half, Texas would be the third largest. But my husband was, his heritage was Scottish. And many years ago we went to Scotland and we had a genealogy and we traced his family in Scotland. And And ever since then, it's been my dream to come to Sweden and try to do the same thing on my own. Thank heaven we had Karen and Gunn to lead us through it, and we didn't have to do it on our own. So, thank you very much.
All the new friends I met and things like that. And one thing that hasn't been mentioned is keep contact.
Yes.
Yes. From now on. Don't waste 45 years. and then special thanks to Gun and Karen for what they have done for us. Thanks.
Yeah. Yes. We come from Canada. We represent Canada. Louise, Daryl, and my husband Arnold. Although he's Swiss, he's sitting over there. But anyways, I had the opportunity to meet Gun and Karen in Minnesota about 2 years ago. So I met up with these really fun girls, and they've been so helpful in helping us trace our roots. And if someone would have said to me, "Oh, you're going to be in Sweden," I never would have believed them. But as Larry said, we must keep in contact and just keep it up. But I wanted to say Canada is the biggest country in the world. Russia used to be.
Yeah. I just want to. Okay. I remember Carrie said, "Oh, this has been so fun. I didn't know we've never had any reunions in this side of the family, and I haven't known so much. So we really appreciate it and had a great time, and appreciate Karen and Gun's work. And we have something for them. It's from all of us here. I didn't chuck the Swedish relatives, but all the Canadians, Americans, and expats." And it's one little card, and it's for you to treat yourself when you are in Stockholm, to go get a massage or something. There's a little information in there that you know it's like so many hours and hours of work.
My wife Tamara said that she had gotten a message from Karen and inviting us to a family reunion in Sweden. And of course, as I look around this room, there's absolutely nobody here, with the possible exception of you, Tom, who we might have met when we were both kids. But there's absolutely nobody in this room that I've ever met before in my entire life. And so we've come and we've spent 2.5 days together, and it's been really fun. What I really enjoy the most is that you are all a group of really fun people. And not only did my relatives are really fun people, but you married a bunch of really So when you look at this group, there isn't anybody in here who doesn't smile and laugh and chuckle and make jokes. And of course, I think that's really valuable. I think having fun in life is really important.
Very good.
And you all know how to do it.
Yeah.
And so you know, we came here a couple of days ago, and we have been felt very welcome to associate with a bunch of people that we didn't know, but who we're not that close related to anybody, but close enough.
You are related.
And so thank you all for making us feel so comfortable and having such a wonderful several days. It has been thoroughly enjoyable. I can't say how much fun we had. Thank you.
Brief remarks into 3 parts. First of all, part B, statement, the trial, the closing. I want to say a good word about both Flick and Gun, because it's extraordinary to me how people can do what they've done. I can't. My mind does not function in that fashion. I can no more do that than fly to Mars. I don't know how to do it. And Flick, when people would say to me before I came, "What are you going to do in Sweden?" I said, "Well, I've got this cousin. There's a cousin in California who's another one in Sweden who's kind of got this all put together, and it takes special effort, and a special kind of personality to do it, and I thank you for that. The second part is that I've had a chance, again, to see some people that I haven't seen for a long time. Madeline and Mabor I've known in the past. Larry, our lives have crossed paths maybe a half dozen times over the last 40 years. And we could tell stories, which we're not going to tell tonight.
You never know.
Some of them just wouldn't be appropriate for this group or in any mixed up people. But finally, the most memorable part of all this for me was yesterday morning when we saw the places where, for example, my grandfather had lived and other relatives that I've known in the distant past. I've got aunts that, great aunts that my mother would talk about, and some of whom I met. And I never, when you're 5 or 6 or 8 years old, you really don't get focused on who these people are. But to see where they lived and where they came from when they came to the United States, and for those of you who stayed here, where you lived and then stayed here, that is really a touching human experience, and I'll never forget it. So thank you.
Because what everybody said tonight, I just double and triple. Because her father was my brother, and he was so smart, and he must have given her an awful lot of his smarts. And when it got to me, I think they were all gone. Because I was the baby. Thanks. Thank you.
Hemskt tacksam. Tacksam.
It's very grateful.
För att jag har fått vara med er.
That I may have the opportunity to join with you.
Alla dessa dagar.
All these days.
Och upplevt mycket.
And experienced a lot.
Och är det någon som vill ha kontakt med mig så finns Gun.
Is there anyone that wish to have contact with Weimar? There is Gun.
Så ska jag hjälpa till.
And he will help.
Jag tackar er alla.
He thanks you all.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we thank you.